It's 10 a.m. and we are back with the most important news out there trending and which is important for all the entrepreneurs and business owners to understand. Today's live session, we are going to start with negative news, but it is negative in one sense, but it's more positive for the entrepreneurs who are playing the fair game, for all the business owners who are into the fair game. This creates a level playing field for all the business owners when we see something like this happening. So I'm talking about which you must have seen, everybody has seen in the news, that is 500,000 fine, half a million dirham fine on three major developers of UAE. So we don't know the name, we don't need to know the name, but what is more important here is to understand that this law abiding country is for the individuals and for the businesses both. We need to understand what is the legal compliance, what are the laws related to the business which you are doing. You cannot run business with against the law. So what exactly has happened? First thing. Second thing, we will see what other actions has been taken by the government. Third thing, we will see how you can set up your business in UAE, and fourth, how you can prosper in terms of real estate business unit in UAE. So first thing first, as we all know that there has been a half a million dirham fine which is put against developers. What was the reason? The escrow account. So what is escrow account and why this fine was put up? An escrow account is basically made between the developer and the investors, where all the money which the developer is raising to make that building or make that project is deposited on that particular escrow account. But in this case where this fine has been put up, it was observed that that was not being followed. So as escrow account is very important for the developers and for investors to make sure that the money remains in that particular account and the project runs smoothly. There is no glitches with the investor payments or with the supplier payments related to the project. So it is by far the right decisions which government makes, the land department makes, and the RERA regulates it. So this creates a fairness for all the developers who are doing the right thing and penalizes those who are doing the wrong. Now, moving on next. As we discussed, the second part will be what other actions has been taken by the government. So last quarter, we have seen major news related to RERA cracking down on the advertising platforms, be it Bayut, be it Dubizzle, be it Property Finder. There were strict regulations which were forwarded to these advertising platforms related to mainly off-plan sales. So all the units, all the information which were being in which were being advertised on these platforms by different brokers in the market, the real estate brokers, the agents. RERA made it sure that all the information was correct, all the inventory was available, and the payments again was taken in the right accounts. So we saw as Dhangar Business Center, even we received some of the emails from the Bayou, Dubizzle, and Property Finder related to the right listings. So this shows the government efforts going on to that level where the advertising platforms are also compelled to follow the rules for the consumer protection. So land department, RERA work together to make sure that all what is being advertised is correct and the information is absolutely correct. So we need to make sure always when we are working out on these things, when we are going on to set up our licenses, we make sure that we know the right license, we know what is the legal compliance, which is our next point. What are the rules related to the brokerage license? Today we'll speak about brokerage. If we had to speak about real estate development, will be a different video because it is going to be in itself a very big video. So we'll speak about real estate brokerage. So as we know that since past 2 years, the market of real estate has opened. So does the real estate license market also opened. What does that mean? That before 2 years, it was mandatory that the real estate license can be only opened under a local. 100% ownership will be given to a local, but that has changed completely. Now the expat can be 100% owner of the real estate license. That's why we see a lot of real estate companies opening in UAE and flourishing it. The market is flooded with the investors in coming to UAE and buying real estate in individual, commercial, all sectors. We have seen it in Dubai, we have seen it Ras Al Khaimah, we have seen in Sharjah, we have seen in Abu Dhabi. So the market was imploding. That's why government made it that expats can also open completely license under their name, and it happened. We have so many real estate companies out there doing a great business. Now we'll come to the last point, which always remains the most important point of our live sessions: how entrepreneurs can set up their business in UAE and be part of this flourishing economy of real estate. And what are two things only which I will tell to make sure that if you're taking a real estate license, you should be aware about it. So a real estate license is like a normal license which we take from Dubai Economic Department, mainland license. Thus, the one thing which is getting added in a real estate license is an external approval, which is taken from RERA, which will cost you somewhere around 5 to 6,000 dirhams, which will be specifically for buying and selling brokerage. So once you take this external approval, you can take your license, and the license will be for real estate buying and selling brokerage. Now, after you get the license, the two other mandatory things, as I mentioned, is first thing, you need to get your ORN certificate, office registration, which also we can help you get in. The second is BRN, broker registration number. This is by far is the most important. All the developers in the market will not onboard you to sell their products if you don't have this BRN. So some of the entrepreneurs are confused when they take license. They are not actually going for BRN. BRN requires you to go for an exam as well, which is also conducted by RERA. It's an online exam. Once you get this exam, you will get your BRN number. So all the people who are working in your company, you need to make sure that they have a proper BRN number. When you advertise on these platforms, you need to put your BRN number. There is a QR code also provided with this. You can put up this in your ads. So this were the two things which I was mentioning. And the last thing for the business owners to make sure that real estate license are important for the economy and are important for the government if the right legal compliances are being followed. So in legal compliances, it comes two main compliances. One is GoML. You need to register for GoML. And the second is ESR regulations, economic substance regulations. These are two important compliances which are related to high-risk licenses. One of them is real estate. So when you are going for a real estate license, make sure in timely manner you go for a GoML and ESR registration as well. And as Dhanguard, we help you to do this all. We help you to navigate together on this path, and we make sure that your business is made for success, avoiding all the fines that can be on your license. So thank you for watching today. If you want more information about escrow account, or you want more information about how you can create a developer license in UAE. So the rules for Dubai, Sharjah, Ras Al Khaimah are different. We can help you with specific legalization of your license in specific Emirates with the right banking services. That's all for today. Thank you so much for joining us.